Hello everyone. Namaskar to all the students and teachers of Kendriya Vidyalaya Imphal number 2 CRPF Langsing. As a part of the ongoing Fit India movement activities, today we have one special guest, an eminent personality, to deliver to us a talk on the topic health in human life in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic. So I welcome Dr. Zelina Laisram, Assistant Professor of Department of Community Medicine, RIMS, Imphal, for the talk. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Zelina Laisram, who is also a former KV student, for sparing such a precious time to speak to our students and teachers. Over to you, Dr. Zelina Laisram.
Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm Dr. Zelina Laisram. I'm presently working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Community Medicine, RIMS, Imphal. I'm also a KVN myself, and I did my schooling in KV Longfell. Thank you so much for inviting me for a talk on COVID-19 pandemic. To begin with, let's know what is a pandemic. When an epidemic occurs over a wide geographical area, such as the entire country, a continent or world, then it is called a pandemic. Today I'll talk about what is currently known about COVID-19, and since it's a new disease caused by a new virus, what's currently known is rapidly changing and might change in the future. Coming to what is coronavirus. Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses. They consist of a core of genetic material surrounded by a lipid envelope with protein spikes. These spikes give the appearance of a crown, and the crown in Latin is called corona, so the name coronavirus. Now coming to what is COVID-19. COVID-19 stands for Coronavirus Disease 19. So COVID-19 is caused by a novel coronavirus or new coronavirus called SARS-CoV-2. SARS-CoV-2 stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2, and the new virus was first identified in December 2019, hence the name COVID-19. This disease, as we all know, started in Wuhan and it rapidly spread to other countries. So the WHO or the World Health Organization declared it a pandemic on 11 March 2020, and the COVID-19 pandemic is still ongoing. Now coming to how does COVID-19 spread. COVID-19 spread from person to person through contaminated droplets and small airborne particles. And when an infected person coughs, sneezes or talks, they release those virus-containing droplets into the air, and those drops are breathed in by other people and they become infected too. The risk of breathing in these droplets is highest when people are within close proximity to each other. Also, they can be inhaled over longer distances, particularly in indoor spaces. It can also spread when the infected droplets land on objects and other surfaces like doorknobs, handles and elevator buttons, and when another person touches these surfaces and then touches their eyes, nose and mouth. That's why we say don't touch your face. And infected people can remain contagious for up to 14 days to 20 days and can spread the virus even if they do not develop any symptoms. Now coming to symptoms, what are the symptoms of COVID-19? Before the symptoms, we should understand the incubation period. What is the incubation period? It is the time taken from the entry of the virus into the body and development of symptoms, and it can range from 1 to 14 days for COVID-19. The symptoms range from mild to severe life-threatening symptoms. Some people are asymptomatic, that is, they do not have any symptoms. at all, and some common symptoms include fever, headache, loss of smell and taste, runny nose, cough, muscle pain, joint pain, sore throat, diarrhea and breathing difficulties. In severe cases, there could be pneumonia, organ failure and sometimes death. About 80% of the cases recover from the disease without needing special treatment, but there are some people who are at risk of developing severe illness. So they are elderly COVID-19 patients above the age of 65 years and those who have other underlying medical conditions like diabetes, heart disease, cancer, high blood pressure and chronic lung diseases. Next is, how can we tell whether someone is infected? Two main types of tests are being done, that is RAT or rapid antigen test and RT-PCR, which is reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. And now coming to the treatment part, how COVID-19 is treated. There is no specific treatment or cure for COVID-19, so the treatments are mainly supportive in nature, which includes treatment to relieve symptoms, fluid therapy, oxygen support, and medications or devices to support other affected vital organs. And medicines against COVID-19 are currently under investigation. Good personal hygiene and a healthy diet are also recommended. Most people will not need hospitalization and can be isolated and managed at home. Only people with more severe symptoms may need treatment in hospital. Now coming to very important aspect of the topic, that is the preventive measures. How do we prevent the spread of the virus? What can we do to stay healthy? The recommended measures include: number 1, washing hands regularly with soap and water. I know it sounds simple, but it has a big impact. Basically, it's because soap breaks down the outer covering or the container of the virus, and once the container is broken, the virus just washes away with the water. For this to happen, you need to scrub your hand with soap for at least 20 seconds, and you can count this 20 seconds by singing the happy birthday song 2 times. So let me show you how to wash your hands using the WHO recommended steps. You wet your hands and then take soap or the hand wash in your palm. Then first step is rub the palm and then rub the dorsum of your hand with the palm of the other hand with interlacing fingers. Same step is repeated on the other side. Then you interlace the fingers and rub. Then you interlock the fingers like this and rub one side, the other side. Then you rub the tip of your fingers on the palm of the other hand. Same step is repeated on the other side. Then you rub the thumb. Then finally you rub the wrist. And this step should be done for 20 seconds. When you wash your hands, sing the happy birthday song 2 times, and that is your 20 seconds, and then wash with water and you are done. Now if you aren't around soap and water, like when you go out there is no place to wash hands, then you can use an alcohol based hand sanitizer. Make sure to rub it for 20 seconds until it's dry, and so you can carry a small bottle of your hand sanitizer wherever you go out. The second step is, or the second preventive measure is covering your mouth and nose while coughing, sneezing, with a tissue paper or with a flax elbow like this. If you are using a tissue, it should be thrown in a closed bin immediately after use, and you should wash your hands with soap and water and use a hand sanitizer. Then the next preventive measure is social distancing. Maintain at least 6 feet distance from people, and this 6 feet is about the length of a bed. So you should stay away from people who are sick or coughing. And fourth preventive measure is proper use of face mask. When you wear a face mask, you should cover your nose and mouth. Different masks are available in the market. The best ones are the N95 mask. This is an N95 mask or a 3-layer surgical mask. This surgical masks are to be replaced every day. That is, they are to be disposed after use on the same day. Then you should stay at home, avoid crowded places and avoid unnecessary travel. Follow the COVID guidelines recommended by the government. Adults 18 years and above should get vaccinated with 2 doses of the COVID vaccine. The available vaccines are safe and proven effective. And the next is what you can do when someone in your family shows symptoms of COVID-19. If the person has fever, cough, difficulty breathing, or any other symptoms as mentioned above, seek medical help as soon as possible. You can attend the flu clinics in RIMS and Jennings hospitals, or call the COVID hotline numbers, or you can attend any healthcare facility which is nearest to you. Then all the family members should wear face mask, and the sick person should be isolated immediately. He also should wear a face mask and follow all the COVID appropriate behavior. Now finally, what you can do from your side. You all are young warriors and you can lead the fight against COVID-19. You can help create awareness and motivate your siblings, your parents and grandparents to follow COVID appropriate behavior. You can teach them how to do the hand washing steps correctly. And remember, we are still learning about this new virus, and what's known today may change. So we should try to avoid rumors as far as possible and seek information only from reliable sources and websites like the WHO website or the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare website. We all are in this together, and let us do our bit in the fight against COVID-19. Thank you very much.